St. David's Center is aimed at building a healthy, vibrant society where every member fully contributes to its success. We work toward this vision by providing exceptional early childhood education, early intervention and treatment for children who have faced developmental challenges, either due to adversity and trauma or children who have developmental disabilities. And lastly, we provide life phase services for individuals with enduring special needs. St. David's Center is committed to investing most deeply where the return is highest, in the early years.
This is really quite a unique place. It's a very precious resource for those of us who care a lot about young children and about nurturing them.
There is clear evidence that the community needs our leadership, our expertise, and our access to services. By the time children from under-resourced families reach school, unless they are engaged in a language-rich environment early in life, they are already behind their peers from higher income and educated families. There is a growing body of evidence that now links significant adversity in early childhood to increased risk of a range of adult health problems, including diabetes, hypertension, stroke, obesity, and even some forms of cancer. In fact, adverse early experiences are the leading determinant of the 10 most common causes of death in the United States. Because early experiences affect one's life course so profoundly, we must invest early to prevent costs to our society in the future. For every dollar invested in early intervention programs, there is up to a $17 return in economic contribution to society. St. David's Center is committed to responding to this crisis by creating a state-of-the-art early education, intervention, treatment, and training center that serves the developmental needs of children in our community. We will not extend our expertise by building more costly bricks and mortar centers throughout the metro area. Rather, our goal is to align our current building with today's needs and the latest practice models, and this will serve as a launching pad for our clinicians so that they can enter the community and replicate services alongside existing child care centers throughout the Twin Cities. The reality is, St. David's Center purchased the Burwell School building 25 years ago, and at that time it was remodeled primarily to serve an inclusive early childhood education program. Today, our community needs look much different. Although we still provide high-quality early childhood education to nearly 300 children each year, much of our building is used to provide rehabilitative therapy, mental health therapy and assessment, as well as autism day treatment. Put simply, we have outgrown the building. It no longer aligns with the services we provide and the community needs. There are 6 distinct goal areas in the Building Our Children's Future campaign, which include our Autism Day Treatment Wing, Pediatric Therapy Expansion, Children's Mental Health Clinic, Early Childhood Education Center, Arrival, Waiting, and Wayfinding, and Campus Development. Nationally, autism is estimated to occur in as many as 1 in 88 individuals. St. David's Center provides autism services in center and in the community.
In the case of autism, around limitations in communication and social-emotional development, the earlier that we can begin to provide children with some experiences to help compensate for some of the difficulties that they have, the greater the likelihood that they'll be able to incorporate those into their own developmental skills.
I didn't even know places like this existed that are really there to take care of your kid and take care of your family and to help these kids move along.
St. David's Center maintains a waiting list for children on the autism spectrum. When this list reaches 40, we no longer take names as they will age out of the program before we are able to enroll them. A 6-month to 1-year wait is common given our space limitations. Can you imagine having a child with autism, knowing that early intervention is critical and having to wait during these important foundational years?
Families, when they come to us, they're in a very fragile and vulnerable place. Hi, Omar. You know, they're often just finding out that their child has autism. And so sometimes they're coming with a lot of maybe guilt or grief, and struggling with some of the behaviors or wondering how do they tell other family members.
Good job, Omar.
We must address this community need by building a state-of-the-art treatment wing, implementing a unique therapeutic design that addresses the complex developmental needs of young children on the autism spectrum. This model will include 3 innovatively designed treatment suites with built-in observation areas for parents and interns so that they can learn strategies and identify emerging skills. The suites will be comprised of an occupational therapy gym and a treatment classroom. Simple and artful design will help calm children, quiet sensory input, and enhance treatment.
All of those little things we tried to do to help create that sense of safety, sense of feeling that we understand you, we understand that this world's overwhelming. Let us make it feel less overwhelming.
The impact is compelling. We will serve 25% more children annually in our Autism Day treatment program. And through partnerships in the community, we will replicate this model, serving an additional 25% more children. And we will serve 150% more children through our community-based autism support services.
Careful with the wall. Woo. All right.
About 1 in 6 children in the U.S. has a developmental disability. Our pediatric therapy clinic at St. David's Center provides evidence-based occupational, speech, music, and feeding therapy to a growing number of children with developmental needs. Our therapist approach is to work closely with families and welcome collaboration with other providers to support each child's functioning at home, school, and in the community.
Slide it over.
It's about being tuned in to every child's development, regardless of what their ability is, and knowing development well enough that we know what's next for each of those children. We have a bright and innovative group of therapists who are attuned to the developmental needs of children, and they are waiting for the space to align with their knowledge in the latest research.
Let's go!
We're all working together, so the more we can help their bodies and nervous systems process sensory information through some of the play and activities we do.
My fair Omar. Yay!
The more they can improve their sensory processing, the more comfortable they are in their bodies, the more comfortable they are in the world. And that really opens doors for them.
The need for services is evident in St. David's Center's waiting lists. Our pediatric therapies typically have waiting lists of 3 to 6 months. At any given time, over 100 children are waiting to begin services to address their individual needs. Our goal in meeting this need is to renovate and expand our pediatric therapy clinic to reflect new research and best practices in the field, allowing for the development of pediatric specialties. Our state-of-the-art clinic will include 4 speech therapy rooms, 7 occupational therapy treatment spaces, and a feeding clinic. The impact is powerful. 40% more children will be served as a result of the pediatric therapy clinic expansion. Specialty practice areas will meet community needs, help sustain our pediatric therapy business, and challenge our team of licensed professionals.
Did you watch it?
Today, 1 in 10 children struggles with mental illness severe enough to cause significant impairment in their day-to-day lives. Center-based mental health services at St. David's Center provide an assessment, play therapy, family and group therapy, as well as an intensive preschool mental health day treatment program. And our community-based mental health services are provided in homes and in partner sites, such as school districts and child care centers. These include teacher consultation, individual and group play therapy, multidisciplinary assessment services, and behavioral skills training.
We don't have the staff to tackle the enormous issues that our children are facing today, and that's where the technical expertise that St. David's makes available to our children and ultimately our families becomes incredibly important.
The waiting list for outpatient mental health services has been as long as 8 months in recent history, and currently nearly 40 people are waiting for services here. Family Place, our early childhood day treatment program for children who have faced adversity and trauma, has a waiting list of 2 to 4 months throughout the year. To help meet this need, St. David's Center will build a children's mental health clinic with assessment, play therapy, family therapy, and day treatment spaces, which are designed to address the complex needs of an increasing number of children with mental health diagnoses.
We want kids to be ready for school. We want kids to be successful throughout their lives. And being able to help families access those services now, earlier, it eliminates barriers that families would face otherwise.
It impacts all of us, every last one of us in this community. And so early intervention is a key strategy, I believe. Thank God we've got St. David's to stand in the gap with the Northwest YMCA for children and families, because these needs are being addressed.
The clinic will include 7 new assessment and treatment rooms, which are shared by more than 20 clinicians.
St. David's has been a sort of rallying point, I think, for the community and the families who live here to recognize the needs of all children, but especially those who, for one reason or another, need extra help to make their way through childhood.
Imagine the impact. Over 200 children annually will gain access to critically needed assessment services, and more than 3 times the number of children will be served through individual therapy, developmental play groups, and through family therapy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
An appalling recent study indicates only 51% of Minnesota's kindergartners are fully ready for kindergarten in the areas of language and literacy. And for over 50 years, St. David's Center has answered the community's need for exceptional, inclusive early childhood education.
And I think the teachers have a commitment and a passion for making a difference. I think that they're committed to the mission of St. David's, and they try to make that mission in every child they see.
Oh, you're so smart.
We know positive early experiences lay the foundation for healthy brain development and for a lifelong love of learning. Because every child brings unique contributions and qualities to the classroom, we believe that learning should be guided collaboratively by children, teachers, and their environments.
It's amazing for these children to grasp that not everybody is the same, and not everybody looks like them or sounds like them, and everybody has like the same hope and dream, and that's that every kid can grow up to be the best that they can.
When we moved into our current building 25 years ago, the community need was for a 3-hour nursery school and preschool. Due to changes in society over time, today the majority of our families access full-day childcare, and our classrooms do not optimally accommodate children in care for longer days.
We can do the best we can at home, but I think it's very important for them to learn from other people too. And the environment they have here is extremely helpful for us at home to just build on the foundation that they're getting when they're not with us.
Our response to meeting the changing community need is to enlarge and renovate classrooms, kitchens, and motor spaces. They simply need to reflect our research-based philosophy and values about the importance of relationships, curiosity, exploration, and play.
Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop.
We will renovate 11 classrooms to be right-sized to meet the needs of all young children, with a particular sensitivity to those who are in our care for 8 to 10 hours per day. Our classrooms will be equipped to stimulate curiosity and discovery and allow children and teachers to build on their project-oriented learning. The impact is again compelling. More than 350 children in our care will be served annually in indoor learning environments designed to reflect exceptional practices and will inform our consultation with other early childhood centers throughout the community. We have an unwavering commitment to respond to today's most urgent needs in a way that promotes healthy development and that pays attention to the experience of children and their parents. Our lobby is currently inadequate to meet multiple demands, serving as a reception and client check-in, waiting room, parent-therapist conference room, and corridor to the gym for more than 400 children per day. Our goal is to transform the entry and lobby to improve functionality while pulling in light and the beauty of the natural surrounding in ways that are sensitive to the experience of children and families. To achieve this, we will expand the lobby and open up the entry. The beautiful and welcoming new design will include a separate corridor for children, creating a predictable, obstacle-free pathway from classrooms to the gym, motor room, and outdoor environments. The design also allows for a private check-in and consultation area, which is sensitive to the needs of children and families who are accessing our clinical services. A number of studies have outlined the need for physical exercise and outdoor exposure as the #1 intervention to reverse and ultimately stop the majority of health-related and behavioral issues. St. David's Center's Minnetonka campus is plotted on 10 acres rich in natural beauty. Our school forest was classified by the Department of Natural Resources in 1999 as one of 6 in the county. It is currently used by both the public and our center for exploration and nature play.
Hey, look how big this is.
In addition, the Minnehaha Creek is a 22-mile corridor that passes through the site just south of our building. Currently, St. David's Center is not fully utilizing the natural beauty of our campus. Access to the school forest and Minnehaha Creek is hindered by traffic patterns and site design. Additionally, the playground is currently adjacent to Plymouth Road, which is a high-traffic thoroughfare and a source of overwhelming sensory input at times. Our goal in revitalizing the campus is to preserve and engage the natural features of the site, optimizing their use in our educational and therapeutic services. To achieve this, we will relocate and redesign a state-of-the-art playground that integrates our existing school forest and emphasizes our commitment to natural play. We will create a beautiful boardwalk and extended path system in our school forest. And we will expand the use of snack gardens to increase understanding of healthy food choices and build an awareness of where food comes from and how it is grown. The natural beauty of our campus will be preserved and restored for staff, clients, and visitors to enjoy now and in the future. And hundreds of children will have greater access to exceptional outdoor play and learning spaces each day, shaping their experience of nature during a critical time in their development. We are calling on our community to partner with us in this vitally important endeavor. The result impacts us all. Greater and earlier access to critical services for hundreds of children with developmental needs, and a solid early childhood education foundation for children with varying levels of ability, and a service model that can be replicated in child care centers and schools throughout the Twin Cities.
So you can see why somebody like me would find a place like St. David's irresistible. This brings out the best in the families who come here and the adults who work here and the community that supports it. I think of it as a magical place.
Join me in investing early in our youngest citizens and ultimately in our community's future.
Join us in building
results that change lives.
Join us in building
a strong foundation.
Building our response to community needs.
Join us in building
a place for every child. Join us in building
unwavering hope.
Join us in building lifelong health.
Join us in building the best relationships.
Building a spirit of generosity.
Join us in building a better community.
Join us in building our children's future.
Join us in building
families that thrive.